Avery Liggins, and welcome to our first Entrepreneur Spotlight. We are speaking with someone today who is the CEO of Delphine Publications, the author of 13 books, has had nearly 150 published titles, an entrepreneur, and you just wear so many hats. So
make me sound real important.
Well, you are. So I'm so happy to have you, Tamika.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited. I love to talk about some of the things that I'm doing so that people can kind of gravitate to the whole movement of just our books and Black writers. So yes, I'm excited.
So happy to have you here. So 2009, you published your first novel, and then about 9 months later, you landed your first major publishing contract. So was that a complete surprise, or how are you feeling? I know you're excited, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. To be honest, I didn't know it was happening. Like, I'm so green. People tell me this all the time. I ended up meeting the editor in person, and she had heard about my efforts and me just being everywhere, because I was really obsessed with, just people knowing about my book. And I had only been out 9 months at that time. And when she asked for a copy of the book, I thought, okay, cool, she want to read it. I thought that was pretty dope. And come to find out, a few months later, she reaches back out and she asked for Kensington to acquire rights of the book.
Wow. And
I didn't really know what that meant. And I'm like, wait, you didn't want to just read it? You want to publish it? Okay, what does that mean? So it ended up being like in stores everywhere. It was like a really dope feeling, just worldwide. So many people being able to pick up the book and read the story. It was, so it was a real surreal moment. Yeah.
I bet. I mean, that's a major accomplishment, 9 months. What was an early experience where you knew that words had power?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've never been asked that before. Okay. It would definitely I couldn't tell you exactly when, but it would have to be when I began to really kind of pursue my dreams. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to actively work at it, but I began to kind of realize some of the things that I said I wanted, mm-hmm. they were actually becoming true. And it wasn't necessarily because I spoke them, it's because I actually believed it when I spoke it. So I think that when you can say something all day, every day, but if there's no true belief behind it, mm-hmm. I don't think that it's going to actually come to fruition, because that means you're not going to even do the work. Right. So I had to be kind of in my mid-20s when I kind of understood the idea of speaking words over yourself and over your life and mm-hmm. prophesying over yourself. And I actually purposely do that. Mm-hmm. So it had to be around maybe about 25, somewhere in my mid-20s, yeah.
So you're living out your affirmations and pouring into yourself.
Yes, pouring into myself, that's the key.
As the author of 13 books, where do you find your inspiration? I noticed that some of the books are based off of your life, but are they completely real, or some books imaginary?
Well, I have 16. So I got
16.
Don't take away my 3. I'm an emotional writer. I'm a creator. So also when it comes to the events that I create or the clients that I work with, it's kind of pulled from emotion and passion. So when it comes to me writing, it definitely reflects my mindset and where I'm currently at, or what I've recently experienced, mm-hmm. because it's what I'm most connected to. So I am an emotional creator, whether it's my life or something I experienced or witnessed. I have to kind of be connected to it. So I actually have to get to know my characters. Mm-hmm. So, which is why I create in first person. So those who do not know, first person is where that character is talking, it's not a narrative. So the reason why I write like this is because I'm getting to know them. Like, it's them. I'm telling their story. Right. And I don't want there to be a disconnect. I want my characters to be talking directly to the characters be talking directly to the reader, and where they are connected to them. I feel like if someone's going to tell my story, I want it to be me.
Right.
So I'm kind of cuckoo in a sense. But I do get to know my characters, like their bios, their families, what they look like. And until I really get to know them and be connected to them, I can't tell their stories. So it's a process.
And I guess that's why the audience connects with your stories, because you do so much character development.
Yes. And then it's different from when you're reading a story that's told in third person, which is a narrative. Mm-hmm. They can only tell you what they see. And I like to tell like the feelings and the emotions and the thoughts, the insecurities. Like, I like to reveal that part, because that's what really kind of gets us connected, and that's what really makes us really real. So yeah, y'all gotta check out my book.
Please do. One of the many hats that you wear as being an entrepreneur, what would you say was the driving force to entrepreneurship?
Okay, so I love those type of questions. Being an entrepreneur, you have to be really dedicated to the process.
Definitely.
Because you're taking a risk every day. There is no security. And entrepreneurs are often misunderstood because the majority of the world has security, which is 9 to 5 or someone to lean on for that matter. When it comes to being an entrepreneur financially, you have to really be strategic in this process. And which is why the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. You don't just depend on one. And me personally, I have all these different entities and all these different companies just to make sure that I can stay an entrepreneur. But it is a constant process. Like, I'm constantly researching. I'm constantly training an employee. I'm constantly traveling. I'm constantly even instilling these skills into my children, because sometimes I even wake up in the middle of the night with this idea. It really does take some type of commitment and obsession to be an entrepreneur for this to really, really work. Which is why a lot of businesses fail within the first 2 years, because it's a lot of work. It's more than just a prayer and a wish upon a star. You have to get out there and connect and shake hands and continue to research and continue to grow and to pour into what is yours, is your baby, consistently. So for me, when it comes to entrepreneurship, I have these rituals that help keep myself balanced. I'm a wino. I love wine. So I'll drink me a glass of wine like Olivia Pope. And then I love my baths. My baths are my time. And I will submerge myself and I will just be for a little bit. And I think that I have to do that every day to ensure that I don't go crazy and cuckoo.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you kind of talked about what tricks you do to keep yourself, pour into yourself, so that you balance. Yes,
yeah.
I think that self-care is so important.
Very important. And going to the gym. I go to the gym as well. And the gym is not to go to look good. It's for when you work out, you release those endorphins into your brain cells, and it really kind of gives you more energy, and it makes your heart healthy. It's just working out is just good for your body altogether.
That's true.
Even if you just go for a walk.
Do you have anything in store for your future readers?
I'm working on a new novel called Sugar Hill. It's a new love story based on a woman who is strong on the outside, but she has all these insecurities because she has past pain with former flames. And she meets someone who tends to be almost perfect, like a mirror to her. And it kind of balances her out a little bit. So you get to witness her love affair, but it's more so in her mind. You're really getting the play-by-play on what she's thinking and how she's processing. So how I'm creating this story and how I'm writing is totally different from how I normally create. Because a lot of it's told from inside of her head. Wow. Yes, I've never really written like that, so I'm excited about that one.
So when can we expect this to come out?
September. Okay. So I'm working on an actual little short film to go along with that. Okay. So I will be on a whole Sugar Hill love tour. We're going to be talking about love and love languages and how to get out of your own way.
Sounds great. I hear you have an event coming up in June, the AAMBC Awards, Literary Awards, excuse me. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the AAMBC Literary Awards is now a 4-day weekend, and we call it Black Writers Weekend. And I created this concept because I was discouraged with the platforms that were offered to us. And not only the platforms that were offered to us, but just the reach. It was almost always just the reach stayed in that room. There were no media, there was no producers or people that can take my book and make it something bigger and more. So I said, let me try to create a happy medium where I'm bridging the gap between writers and opportunities that can advance their career. So we have Creative Con, which is a full-day free conference where we're giving writers free information. We are doing movie screenings. We have socials with bloggers and media. Of course, we have everything is centered around the award show, which is red carpet. It's black tie, gala style, and it's a production. It's not like a ceremony at all. It's a full-out production that you witness on TV. It's housed in the same theater room that BET does a lot of their award shows. And we have celebrities come out, we have producers come out, we have musicians, as well as writers, screenwriters, authors, publishers, editors. Everyone who's a part of the creative process comes out to celebrate Black writers. And so we call it Black Writers Weekend.
Well, I can't wait to get my gown together.
I know, right? Here we go. I'm excited.
How can we keep in contact with you?
Oh, let's see. I'm very, very easy to find. Everything is my name. It's Tamika, Tamika. My last name is Newhouse, like I live in a $1 million new house. So it's TamikaNewhouse.com, Tamika Newhouse on Instagram, on Twitter, also on Facebook. If you want to find out more about the award show, you go to blackwritersweekend.com, so it's very, very easy to remember. Also for social media, go to AANBC Awards, and that's AANBC Awards on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Well, be sure to check out these amazing awards. I can't wait to be in attendance, and I hope you will too. And I want to thank you so much for attending and sitting down with Black Business Connect today.
Thank you so much for even taking the opportunity to want to expose us, our stories, and our efforts.
Happy to do it. See you next time, everyone.